What's up guys, LA Gamer here, and today I'm bringing you guys episode 26 and game 4 of the NBA Finals. So we are 12-0 to this point, or 15-0, why did I say 12-0? 12-0 to the finals, 15-0 through the finals, whatever. Let's listen to what Shaq and Ernie have to say in the 2K Sports pregame show.
Presented by Sprite, the 2K Sports pregame show.
NBA Finals, Game 4, just around the corner here on 2K Sports, along with Shaquille O'Neal. I'm Ernie Johnson. Tonight, we'll see the Los Angeles Lakers playing against the Chicago Bulls. And for the Bulls, Game 3, a bitter loss. These home fans hoping they can rally back and provide something to cheer about this time around. Well, this certainly hasn't gone the way they envisioned this series. How much does pride come into play here, Shaq, or can this team legitimately come back?
Well, I don't think they can come back. Right now, Ernie, they're just playing not to get swept at this point. And I have to commend them for not giving up. They're coming out, they're playing with a lot of energy. But realistically, Ernie, it's just way too hard to win 4 games in a row in the finals.
And now we send you out to Kevin Harlan as they get ready for the opening tip.
Alright guys, I gotta shake off the nerves a little bit. Game 4 of the finals, we're in Chicago. We're really just trying to come out here and win this game. We're trying to not only just end this, but just bring some momentum. I mean, could you imagine going 16-0 in the playoffs? Not only would that just be like crazy momentum, but it would probably attract free agents. Hopefully, I'm not sure how it all works, but maybe we'll get a bigger salary cap. Who even knows? And it just seems like it would maybe even carry momentum into next season, being like, oh well, we finished the season 16-0 in the playoffs. You'd think in the next season we'd have just tons of momentum. We'd have so much confidence. So yeah, I just really want to finish this with a sweep. But of course, no team is going to allow an easy sweep. That's just... a sweep is just demoralizing. But, I mean, realistically, we did sweep our previous 3 opponents. So no matter how hard another team tries, you know that our team wants to try harder. And usually it does. That's the only reason we're so good as a unit. Is because we work well together and we try hard. And it really has shown to pay off. So that's some good news right there, is that, you know, we're just functioning really well together. So hopefully we can keep this team very good for multiple years. We'll just have to see how that all works out. But either way, right there they hit the 3. We're now down by 4 and make that 6 because they're going to get the easy fast break dunk. And well, that's pretty disappointing. So we're now down by 6, which kind of sucks, but make that down by 3 because Klay Thompson is a beautiful 3-point shooter. I think you guys all realize that. And then we are tied because we're going to hit another 3 with Andrew Wiggins. Now, when Andrew Wiggins and Klay Thompson have their 3-pointers going, there's really just no lead we can't come back from because those guys are deadly 3-point shooters. Then we're going to hit a 3 with Dellavedova. Then we're going to hit another 3 with Dellavedova. So, then we got Colin Bryant. And yes, he is number 24 for all you guys who have been waiting for this special moment. It's taken a while. I think he was number 24 in Game 3 as well. So, big thing there. And another 3 from Dellavedova. So awesome stuff right there. We're now tied, but yeah, it's not tied anymore because we give up an easy layup because our team is kind of inconsistent on defense. Whatever, who cares? We're not complaining. We're up 3-0 in the finals. Whatever. Anyways, we're going to toss a lob up right here. I have just absolutely loved. I think the more and more that I play 2K, the more and more that I'm recognizing the opportunities you can throw alley-oops. Because usually I just kind of run around and I only throw alley-oops in fast break. But I realize that whenever your man is like on the inside of the rim, or whenever he's kind of just moving slightly towards the basket, if you throw up a lob, more often than not, they're going to get the oop. So right here we get the quick fast break, easy points, and I mean we were just functioning really well. You see that it's now tied. And this was a really back and forth game. I'm sure you guys can probably tell that just by looking at the score. And just by kind of knowing my previous videos, there's really never a game... maybe there's like 1 or 2, but out of the 26 episodes in the series, I think it's a very rare occurrence I show you guys a game that isn't back and forth. Because really, just the way I like to show my gameplay, I don't want to make it lame for you guys, right? That'd be horrible. So I just try to make it as interesting as possible, and I think it's really panning out. And the fact is, it's just incredible that every single one of these finals games has really been a back and forth battle. I think it's just kind of awesome, and it's adding some suspense to the series and everything like that. But anyways, right here, we lose our lead once again. And it's just kind of brings you back on the same tangent where it's going back and forth. Luckily, we take the lead right here with Klay Thompson hitting a 3. I don't understand what this team strategy was. Realistically, I think the only way you can stop Klay Thompson is if you have a shooting guard made primarily for defense. Because if you have a shooting guard, as we get the sick dunk right here, I gotta comment on that. John Wall just jumped way over this dude. But yeah, if you don't have a shooting guard that plays primary defense, you really just won't be able to stay in front of Klay Thompson. Because what we use Klay Thompson for is pure offense. So what we do with him is whenever we get a rebound, we just have that guy start sprinting, and he stops at the three-point line, pulls up. So if you don't have a shooting guard that's ready to run down court and stay in front of him, he's going to hit the three every time. So that's why Klay Thompson's probably, I mean, even though John Wall, of course, averages more points and all that, Klay Thompson's my most, like my biggest offensive weapon, because you really have to use pure defense on him if you want to slow him down. But you see right here, we're up by 5. These next 4.5 minutes take up like the second half of this whole video. So for these guys, as we get the sick dunk right here with John Wall. So for those of you who are wondering what's about to happen, we are basically, once we get to about the 2.5 minute mark, I don't remember when I made it actually, but there's a certain point where I actually just show you like never-ending gameplay. I don't edit at all, and that's because there's a lot of suspenseful stuff that comes late in this game, and a lot of stuff that's really bad. Like right here, I took the 3 with Klay Thompson, but I wasn't devoted to it. And you see that I got the super early release because when I took it, I thought it was going to be a good shot because when I took it, I didn't want to shoot it. I thought it was going to be a pump fake. I held on just a second too long, and that caused me to get a bad release. And so there we go. We are up by 8 with only 2 minutes left, so we're in a good situation. Basically, Tony Parker bringing up the screen, passing the ball over to, I believe, Rudy Gay, maybe Nick Young. I don't know. They hit the 3 right there, though. And so we're only up by 5. And that's not a big lead for a minute and a half for a team that's really coming back. I mean, Chicago is a pretty loud, momentum-filled stadium. Chicago's just a big city, so I'm sure they have a huge fan base. So I'm sure that this home team has a lot of momentum right now, so we really just got to slow them down. A 5-point lead isn't enough. We need to get a defensive stop. We need to get a point. Sadly, they get this bucket with Rudy Gay, and now we're only up by 3. Guys, this is horrible. You know, this means that if we get a turnover, they're only 1 possession away from tying it up. And Andrew Wiggins misses the open 3. What is Wiggins doing? Right here, I subbed in Jimmy Butler for him, and if you're wondering why would I sub Jimmy Butler in after 1 shot, Andrew Wiggins was missing 3s all over the place this game, and I had to get him out of there. And realistically, Jimmy Butler's the better small forward anyways, so in crunch time, I probably should bring Jimmy Butler in more often. See, right here we give Andrew Wiggins 1 more shot, and he bricks it. This guy is horrible right now. Andrew Wiggins was my least favorite player by far in playoffs. Maybe it's because he's young, but he had a very, very bad playoff instinct. Luckily right here, though, he was waiting down court, cherry picking. I don't know what the hell he was doing. He wasn't playing defense, though. And surprisingly enough, that ended up helping us out because he ended up being totally in offense with nobody near him, and he was able to get that easy fast break points. But here's the problem. We're only up by 3. There's 30 seconds left, and they have the ball. If they hit the 3, we're tied. We got to hit the game-winning shot. Otherwise, I mean, right now we got to play the foul game, though. They go for the 2. We're up by 1. They got to foul us or else the clock will run out. So they foul us, and then they'll foul us again. I didn't really edit any of this out because I really just wanted to keep the pure commentary, the pure everything in there, just because I figured that would be a little bit more suspenseful. Right here, you see we hit the first free throw with an excellent release. And John Wall had some trouble hitting his free throws last game, late in the game. Luckily, that did not transpire here, or else that would have been horrible. John Wall missed those free throws right there. That literally would have sucked so bad. Luckily, he hits both, though. So we're now only up by 3, but there's 15 seconds left. So these guys got to do something. Tony Parker takes a quick shot, a really stupid shot. I don't know what he's thinking. Then Nick Young takes the 3, and he misses it. So we get this rebound, we toss it over, and they have to foul us again. So we hit the first free throw, we hit the second free throw. The Bulls are going to inbound it. We're up by 5 with 4 seconds left. They're going to chuck the shot up. It doesn't matter if they make it. And your Los Angeles Lakers are world champions. We won the NBA championship. We are now the champions of the 2016 season. Now, 2015 was not our season. We messed up so bad, but we came back. We were able to win it this year after making some big moves in free agency, after making a lot of changes. We took some big risks. We really had to develop our players in areas that we thought would work well. And everybody came together to just make this awesome playoff championship run. And this is just such a beautiful season. I just thought this was so impeccable. We went 76-6 in the regular season, 16-0 in the championship. We finished off 92-6. Can you guys even believe that? 92-6. No team has even come close to that good of a whole entire year before. That is just so unbelievable. But right there you see John Wall holding his Finals MVP trophy, holding the normal Finals trophy. John Wall, he is such a deserving Finals MVP. Not only that, but he was the real-life NBA season MVP. So there we go, guys. We have officially crowned ourselves as NBA champions. We are now in the record books as not only a championship team, but we are also probably the greatest team to ever play. That's awesome. We played so well. Our GM skills really came to the test. So see, we're going to advance here, and then you guys are going to see John Wall as your guys' Finals MVP. And we get a reward because we dominated. We deserve it. So, man, it's crazy. So, this really brings up a discussion real quick. I may have to add like a little black screen at the end just so I can get all these words out. But I know you guys love this series, and I love playing it. So, because of that, this series is going to stay. And even though we won the finals, the series is going to stay. We're not going to end it. So, you guys don't have to worry. There is one change we got to make, though. This MyGM could grow old because we already won. So what I want to do is we need to spice it up. We're going to start a new MyGM alongside this one. We're going to have 2 MyGMs going. And I'm sure you guys are fine with that. It's just more content for you guys. We'll just have to find... This might not be posted as much, maybe once every other day. I'll still try to get it out there pretty much every single day. We'll just see. I have to see how it, correlates with my schedule. But this is the most important time you guys have ever had to comment something. Now, I love all the support you guys give me. I love everything you guys do for my channel. But this is definitely going to be the most important voting period or whatever for you guys, because this completely changes what content's going to come out. There we have 3 options. And one of the options probably won't work. I'm just going to throw it out there for the purpose of throwing it out there. First off, one thing I can do, and remember, this series is going to stay, so don't worry. One thing I can do is another fantasy draft, and I'm gonna bring my input on these. The fantasy draft, I don't really want to do. We already have this fantasy draft going. I don't think it'd be super cool to start another one, but it's up to you guys. Second off, we can do a Legends fantasy draft. That'd be kind of cool because we spiced it up, but that's not something that's super interesting to me either. What I really want to do, as me personally, now realize I'm doing this for you guys, so you guys don't feel biased because of what I'm saying. But just understand what I want and what I want to do, but don't let it affect your opinion. So, what I really want to do is a rebuilding MyGM. Because we were able to do so great with this fantasy draft, I want to make it more difficult for me. And I really think that I am a good MyGM. I think that I control my team well. And I really think I made some good decisions here. And I really want to be put more on the spot. When you're doing a rebuilding MyGM, every tiny move you make can totally change the franchise for 5 to 10 years. And I really want to be able to be put in that situation where there's much more pressure than already close to contender situation, which was this fantasy draft. So although this fantasy draft will continue, what I really want to do is a rebuilding series. Make sure to comment your opinion as soon as you hear this, as soon as you watch the video, because I'm trying to start this new MyGM literally as soon as possible. And basically what you guys decide changes what series comes out. One last thing, if you guys do want rebuilding, make sure to comment what team you want me to rebuild with. I was personally thinking the Lakers because I'm a Lakers fan and they suck really, really bad. But I also understand other teams like the freaking 76ers or the Jazz. Or you understand. Just name a bad team, not a good team. Name a bad team that needs rebuilding. So thank you guys for watching. If you enjoy, please click the like button below. Also, make sure to comment your opinion of the series and what I could make it more interesting. And of course, comment what I've been talking to you guys about. Make sure to share this with your friends so we can get as much support on the series as possible. And make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Stay tuned to this series and other ones I got going on. Thank you guys for being with me during this whole entire finals run and this whole entire series. And hopefully this can continue at the same pace it has. So thank you guys for watching and peace out.